I'll be joined right now with Miss Rebecca Dorsey to help me understand not only this issue here, but as we keep doing shows and deal with issues that are so close with people, psychological issues or what families are going through. I'm not a therapist, and she's not a therapist, but I think, Rebecca, you told me that you have been in therapy with your different personalities for over 25 years?
28.
28 years. Okay, if we multiply that by your personalities, we have about 225 years of experience here.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me something. The young lady that I just spoke with,
Yes.
how do you handle this and still come through it mentally healthy? Because if you were put up for adoption and you meet a guy or a woman and things go together between you, you have a lot of likes and things in common, then you find out it's your brother or your sister. How do you deal with that so that you don't have any guilt feelings or other issues emerge?
Well, I wasn't adopted. Many times I wish I would have. But unlike her, I had a stepbrother. And he molested me. My stepfather molested me. And without therapy, it was really, really bad. Because I had guilty feelings all the time. Because I knew that wasn't normal. Because to me, that's incest.
Okay, now yours was rape, but hers was voluntary because
Right.
she didn't know it. But it doesn't make any difference because the feelings are still the same, emotional about the family.
Right. I mean, I was raised, because I had half-sisters, stepsisters, stepbrothers. And I mean, to me, a family is a family. And to have that, to me, that's wrong. He justified it by saying that he loved me, that I wasn't his blood, but still, I had to grow up with him, and I felt dirty, cheap, violated. And then he told me, I don't remember. He remembers because he went on to violate his own daughter. I got help, and I believe without therapy, you're not going to heal.
Okay, now right now she's having an issue with her mom. Why is a mom's role in this here so important right now in terms of letting the daughters and all the children know just what happened? Why? How does that help closure?
Well, they always go back to the father as the provider, the mother is a nurturer. And girls they always want their mother's approval. And the mother is always the one that teaches the girls. So her mother give up the children, but she wants answers from her mother. But I don't know. She gave up her children. Did she tell her children why she gave them up? Has she gave them answers yet?
I don't know, but that's why when we talked before about how cycles happen, and that's why it's so important to look at this here from from a side view to make sure that we can give some advice to the best of our ability to make sure that they are aware that cycles can happen,
Right.
and to make sure that the mom does know that she has a daughter reaching out to her in total love, wanting to know what happened, because perhaps that answer that a mom would give would help the daughter better understand her situation.
Right.
And what she went through.
I am a firm believer in therapy. And I believe, if she hasn't talked to her children, like she says, she hasn't been in contact with them, but when she does get in contact with them, she should educate herself of what she's going to say to them to go to her mother and ask these questions as to what she's going to say to her own children. Maybe then she can get some feedback to what her mother will say and how her mother would react. I mean, if you go up to her and just say, Mom, why did you do this? I don't know. But if she goes up and say, Mom, you know, I've had a problem with this for years, and I did it my own self, and I really need answers because I love you, Mother, she might get a better feedback than to just say, why did you do this? I don't understand. Or if she says, you know, Mom, this has ripped me up inside, and I've really had a nervous breakdown from this. Look what I've done to my own life, and I'm trying to better myself, and put it to her that way. Maybe her mom will realize what it's done to her and her siblings, and maybe she will open up a lot better.
So, number one, they need therapy as individuals and as a family to really get beyond this. Now, one of the things that you said that you did was you became a reader.
Right.
And that's important also?
I come to the library, and I have multiple personalities. I studied on all kinds of sicknesses, paranoid, schizophrenic, bipolars, everything. And then I started watching TV on the disorders. Obsessive, excuse me.
I understand.
You know, obsessive disorders. Because like me, I have to have shoes. I don't care. Shoes. Shoes are my thing. But when it through therapy, at 13 years old and younger, my stepdad would let me have shoes. I always wore my shoes out. Well, I walked. I ran. I did everything. So at 13 years old, I went to work to buy me shoes. And right now, I probably own 200 pair of shoes. And I mean, it's a compulsive disorder.
So with her, since she's just now going through this, so it'll behoove her probably to read about how other families have reunited after the process of being apart, because there might be some insights there.
Right, there is. The library, that's the best place you can go.
Okay.
And it's happened before. I mean, no matter how you look at it, it's incest. And her brother, to me.
Well, he said he's adopted, he's accepted it to where he can move on, and they can be a happy family again.
I really don't know. He might be telling her that, but she's really going to have to stay strong. Both of them's going to have to stay strong. But without therapy, she really needs therapy. Both of them do. Because they've had a child, and they 21 years later, they found each other again. There's still love there, she said. So there's got to be feelings there. Me, I hate my stepbrother. But this is her brother, so there's sibling feelings there. Mm-hmm. And then there's romantic feelings there. They have a child together. So there's that feeling there. But if they're going to remain or try to remain friends, they're really going to have to watch what they do, because they can slip back into that any time.
Well, I'll tell you what, as they do this, I'll make sure that I talk with some therapists myself to find out how I can help lead them to ask the right questions or something like that, because this is all new to me too, and that's again why we have Access TV, because if you want to make a contribution to your communities, to other people, you can do so through this type of access channel here. Rebecca, thank you very much here, because now, I do look forward to having you coming on from time to time, because there's so much turmoil and just out and out crazy things going on, not only with people domestically, within families, but just all across the whole board, that just where people can't get along, and the family unit. We're all here, all family here, you know.
Can I say something?
Yes.
As far as her son, if he is doing so good, I believe that before they tell their son, I think they should either get with a minister or a therapist, because it could really do harm. And I would advise that.
Okay. Thank you very
Thank you.
much. And we'll be right back.